Around this time of year where 2K players really enjoy traveling to New Zealand. Now, they don't travel to New Zealand and stay there for like a couple weeks. No, they go to New Zealand and they stay there for one day, which I saw a lot of people saying this. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pack my bags, and I'm going to travel to New Zealand for one day, and then I'm going to move back to Canada. If you guys have also moved to New Zealand, I want you to type the number 2 in the comment section right now. If you guys don't understand the joke, I don't really know what to tell you. As you guys can tell from today's video, NBA 2K is back to their old shenanigans, and by that, I mean putting out probably one of the craziest tweets I have ever seen in the history of 2K. We've seen 2K tweet out some things. Obviously, Ronnie has a very famous reputation for just saying some of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. But on top of that, we now have the first classic tweet to add to the legacy that NBA 2K22 will bring to basically sum up 2K as a company. So for all of you guys, you all know that NBA 2K22 comes out, and I believe 2 days. It comes out in 1 day if you took a vacation to New Zealand like I did, but 2K comes out for majority of people in about 2 days, Friday, Thursday at midnight, whatever you want to call it. So I was on Twitter and I saw a couple people replying to a 2K support tweet. So I'm like, okay, they're probably saying something about the servers or letting people know when the servers are going to be online, when the embargo is going to be lifted, whatever. Just some normal stuff a company would do. But look at this. This is the classic NBA 2K. You couldn't write this up any better. This is literally the definition of 2K being 2K. So 2K support tweeted out this. They also pinned it on their Twitter. So if anyone does have questions, they go to their Twitter and they see this. This is what they said 1 hour ago. It might be 2 hours ago by the time I upload this video, but 1 hour ago. So this was tweeted at approximately 2:11 p.m. on September 8th, 2021. The game is coming out on September 10th, right? This is what they tweeted at 2K support. Hey folks, our chat services will be shutting down at 12 a.m. PST for several days. During this time, you will not be able to request a chat, but you can still submit a ticket with us here. That is a real tweet. Now, obviously, you guys can see in the replies that people are kind of reacting to this in a negative way, which they should be, because I don't understand how you're launching a extremely big title that's been hyped up for the past like month, and you're now saying that these services, if someone has an issue with something, is now offline and you have to wait through the process of uploading a ticket. And you guys, I don't know if you guys have ever submitted a 2K ticket, but it's awful. You're basically never going to get replied to, and if you do get replied to, it's going to be a bot. And you guys know the history of NBA 2K releases. Let me tell you, if you don't know about the releases of 2K and you guys are new to the franchise and you're trying out 2K this year, which I imagine nobody's doing that, but if you are, and you have a problem with the game, the submitting a ticket system is probably one of the worst systems I've ever seen in any video game. I mean, there's probably some video games that are worse, but 2K's is very bad. Now, their chat is actually okay because you can actually get in contact with a real human. This right here is bad, and I'm kind of worried, and I'm not trying to be negative about 2K. I've been very negative about 2K over the past 3 years. I'm actually excited for 2K this year. I know, falling into the trap, getting excited about a game, buying it, complaining about it, same cycle, I get it. But I'm trying to be a little bit more positive towards 2K, because if you go into a game or you go into something with a negative mindset, obviously you're going to look at everything in a negative manner. So I'm trying to be a little bit more positive this year. But this right here is just a very bad sign. This is basically saying, hey, we know there's going to be problems with the game, but we're not going to have chat ready, so we don't have to sit there and listen to everyone complaining. There's been multiple years where people have played the game right off the rip and people's players have been corrupted. People's VC has gone to a negative balance. People's entire games have like deleted off their consoles. There's been so many issues with the launches of 2K. I think 2K18 was probably the worst. Actually, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure 2K18 would have been the worst launch to a 2K ever. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But this right here is a very bad sign. It's saying that they already know that there's going to be a lot of issues with the game off launch, and they're not ready to sit there and deal with the repercussions or answer questions or do whatever they got to do. Instead, they're just going to shut down the chat services, and if you have a problem, you have to submit a ticket, and you have to wait a certain amount of weeks or a certain amount of time. This is really bad. This is actually terrible. This is very concerning going into a game that comes out in 2 days and the company shuts down their chat services. I I, for one, am extremely worried about this tweet. On top of all of that, there are actually people who are like, oh, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know why you're overreacting. If you don't think this is a big deal, then you've never played 2K before. I'm not going to sit here and keep repeating myself and talking about why this is a bad idea. But if you don't, or not a bad idea or a bad thing, but if you don't see why this is a bad thing, listen, they took forever to show us anything in regards to the game, right? It was like 3-4 days before the game actually released before we finally saw a park trailer. Keep in mind, we haven't even seen actual gameplay. I don't think we have. The only gameplay that I saw personally, like actual gameplay, is from people leaking the game. And those people who leaked the game all got the feds called to them and had their games confiscated, taken away from them by like a private investigator. You guys have saw all the stories. So now if you combine all those things in the history of 2K at launch, and now they're tweeting out that their services are down. This is a big deal. This is a huge deal because if you have issues, which you're more than likely going to have issues, and I'm not saying that 2K is the only game that has issues with games off launch, but they're notoriously known for things like that happening. So the same people who are saying, oh, it's not a big deal, it doesn't matter, just play the game, stop complaining. If you guys have issues with the game when it first comes out, if you guys go to buy VC, let's say you spend like $80, $100, whatever. I don't know how much it costs to max out your player, but let's just say you spend VC on this game, right? And your VC doesn't show up and you can't go to the chat and figure out why it's not showing up. I do not want to hear you guys complain. I do not want to hear you saying, oh, they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. There's going to be issues with this game off launch, and this is exactly why. They're already preparing themselves to not have to face a lot of the backlash or face a lot of the issues that are going to come with people being unhappy with the game off launch. But anyways, I'm not going to sit here and keep rambling. I'm curious about your guys' opinion on this. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think it's like, oh, you're overreacting, or do you guys agree and think that this is kind of like a red flag for us going into NBA 2K22. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. A lot of you guys who watch these videos, first of all, you don't watch it till the end and you're not subscribed. Matter of fact, I'm going to test you. Type the number 5 right now if you watch the video till the end. I want to see the number 5 to see how many people actually watch videos out until the end. And once again, I appreciate the support. I appreciate all the love when I return to YouTube. It's been a very, very fun ride so far, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.